Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm out here at Dreamworld on the Gold Coast because today is the opening of Still Taipan. All the waiting, planning, expectations that we've had about this coaster, today's the day. So cue the intro music and let's get inside. Just go inside the gates and use the pass holders entrance, like next to the Lego store. The Lego store is back open, so on our way out we'll check that out. But for the moment I just want to show you, we've got like a little Santa's corner here. Again, we'll also check that on the way out, but for that moment, let's get inside and get in queue. So, start making my way down to Still Taipan because that's what we're here for, so let's try to get that checked out first, then we'll check the rest of the park out. So far it seems like it's quite an empty sort of day, but it's 9 minutes past 10, so the park is only just open. But let's see how it's all going. Okay, so we've got some character performers out here, obviously for the grand opening. But turning, and it's what we're here for. Let's get inside and see how it's all going. Okay, as you expect, we've got some press. Oh, it's got Belinda out here. Okay, let's get down there. I'm kind of excited to check this out, guys. Okay, so looks like we've got a general entrance, but this has a whole lot of things, including single rider. So, don't know which way I gotta go. I think up this side. Let's find out. Okay, so while I wait, I'll kind of point out. So you've got two sides. So where most of these people are the general entrance, I came down that little gap there where it splits into three. So I'm in the single ride line. We've got the Ride Express, so like the paid extra option, and there's also on this roller coaster we've got a 360 spinning back seat. So that's where that line is. I'm not sure if that's an additional charge. Either way, we'll try to figure that out and I'll let you guys know, but for the moment I'm just gonna wait. Just to go on, got some massive fans, so I hope the wind's not affecting you guys, but it's kind of cool themed back here. All instructional videos. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell, but the carriages actually are themed to a Taipan. You can kind of see the eyes at the front, but either way. So, just finished on my first ride on that. It was fun. I do feel a little nauseous, but again, that's been happening as I get old. So, not cool, but still, it's an intense coaster. It's a hyper coaster. So, very much like the Joker one or Rivals, I think it's actually technically called, at Movie World. Quite fast. This one maxes out at 105 kilometers an hour. But then we've got people leaving, so let's show you the launch. Okay, so low platform, you kind of come out, come around the corner, and here's where it's going to get intense. There's it's actually magnet driven, not flywheel like the tires. So you can see the changing of the course because they're going to have to come back up this way, but we'll show you that when it happens and they launch. I can't quite show you, but I'll show you when I get to the other side. It kind of half goes up the little bit of the incline, and they've hit that point now. I can see now as you're coming back, and then the magnets will launch them backwards again. There, it's speeding up, goes up the spiral, and it's going to come back down and hit the magnets and launch them again. And there it is. And now they're doing the whole course. Okay, so there's the first launch. They're coming up there now. And then, as we showed, they're going to rocket back. And I'll show you when they hit the second one. And here they're coming back down for their second launch. And up. And then it kind of just starts to do the whole course. As we're going down, it is interesting to see, we've kind of got this little rockwork here themed and a path, so, and the train tracks. So it looks like we may actually be seeing the train coming back soon. I have heard rumours of that. And also, just while we go past, it's interesting to see this little like volcano thing here. It's remnants of when there used to be like a splash pad and pool area here. Okay, so here's that path I was showing you guys before. I thought it was going to be an exit. Turns out it's just like a service corridor. And we kind of enter and exit through the exact same area, which is good, but I guess not great for like traffic control. But either way, let's get around the park and see what they're doing today. Okay, so just got out and then they give me a cupcake. So I got one of those. I'm gonna try it. Let's go see Still got the whole meetings and sort of press stuff going on. Does seem like we've got the CEO here with his family, which is cool to see. Okay, we're still heading around the park, see what else we can do, but we can see that they've gone rid of the like in-park entrance to the Lego store, which makes sense, but still just worth showing. And that's the one that was right next to the front of the park. So let's circle around and see what else is going on in the park, see if there's anything else special for today. Just as we're starting to enter into Ocean Paradise, like that land, we can see that they're setting up a new like pie stall, same thing here, which is cool to see. I probably should keep using the word cool to see, but it is nice to see they're actually upgrading the park and trying new things, because this place is really fun and interesting, but just feels like it's been left to rot for quite a long time. And with the new rides and other stuff, like, it's definitely getting better. No real change here with Shockwave. It is getting a feeling it's going, but we've not seen any like removal except for like the ride vehicles of it. Either way, I think let's go down here and see if the entertainment area is being used for anything, and then we'll head into the DreamWorks area. Okay, so I've been wondering what was going to happen with this. So Constantine, an Australian magician, been seeing advertisements for him at the front of the park for a while, but I've never been able to figure out where they're actually going to put him on. So it's here, and they're like the entertainment space on the 27th to the 9th of January. So over like that main school holiday period. Let's see if we have a look inside, if they've started setting up a stage or anything. No. Well, yes, they've started setting up like a stage probably for rehearsals, but besides that, nothing really else. And it looks like there's no entrance into the gift shop there. Let's head around the corner and see if we can even get into the gift shop in general. No, there's a sign in front of the Shake Shack here saying that it's closed. Actually, no. Yeah, it's closed. It's just saying head to the Emporium at the front of the front of the park if you want anything. And let's head over here, because I don't think I really explained it well, because honestly I was running and I was out of breath. But this is that entrance I was saying that they used to use if you had like a 2-park ticket to like park hop, that they've just stopped using quite a few years ago. So yeah, if you were in Dreamworld and you wanted to go into Whitewater World, you'd come here, they'd scan your ticket, make sure you have a 2-park ticket, and you could enter through there. After that, they did move it, like you follow this pathway up here, and there was a store over here. There was like a surf brands, like your Roxy, your Quicksilver, your Billabong, like round where that toilet block is now. Actually, it probably was that toilet block, and you used to be able to enter through the back of there as well, with the toilets for somebody to change into your swimsuit and or out of it. They've stopped that, and like I said, now you have to enter the front of the park. But anyways, it's unfortunate, because it was a cool thing that you used to be able to do. Let's keep moving around, see what else we can see. As we head back to the front of the park, let's keep showing you guys around. Like I was saying, that they actually are updating this park, and they got like more seating areas, and that's so cool. The one thing I would like to see more here, including actually on that coaster, like on the load and unload area, is actually more shade. There's not enough like shady areas here, especially for how sunny and damaging the sun is, especially on the Gold Coast. Okay, so I've kind of got us back to the front of the DreamWorks area, so let's head inside there and see what's going on. I point this out each time, but I feel it's important. Everyone in the park, see a wet area, avoid if you don't want to actually get wet. That's it. I can easily film and walk around this splash pad sort of area just by avoiding where the wet patches are. We got the Madagascar live show here, and I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like the time has changed again, because it's now saying 1 and it used to be 12 something. That is just like a little laminated sign stuck on top, but if it works, it's only meant to be for school holidays. As we kind of work our way through this area, there seems like there's nothing that's like down. Everything's up and running how it should be, so let's get into Tiger Island and see what's going over there, and maybe even the native Australian animals area. I will point out as I walk towards the Tiger Island that the rest of the park so far, like again, like I'd point out, it's only just before 11, is quite dead, but I guess that is to be expected on a day when there is something else going, like a grand opening of an attraction. So yeah, let's keep moving. We're just getting into the Tiger Island here, and we can see the little tiger cubs here have got Santa hats on. which honestly is kind of cute. I do love that the idea that they're starting to theme these little statuettes. Okay, let's first check out like this little viewing area here, see if we can see that if there's one in here. Okay, we do. Everyone up here napping, I hope. Okay, I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but you can see they also drool in their sleep, which is probably a little gross, yes, but they're beautiful animals. But it is stinking hot today. Okay, so coming through the like tiger island actually, not just the outside looking area, there's no tigers out. This place looks dead. There's no one in the stadium seating, but like I said, it is still early-ish. The park has been open for about an hour, but looks like most of the people, like I was saying, are down at still Taipan. So let's keep moving around and see what's going on. Okay, let's head out of Tiger Island. Okay, going to the like ABC Kids area. So the Wicked area is still what it is. We don't care about that right now. Does look like we've got like a pluck a duck game open, and for some reason we've actually got Wiggles music playing. So around the corner and see if the show has changed their times or anything. And actually looks like we've got both of these little attractions up today, so we've got people for both of them, so they're not being run by the same person. Yes, 11 o'clock, which about 20 minutes, 11:10 I should say, about 20 minutes and the show starts, so we've got people already starting to sit down and stuff in there doing their thing. But saying that, let's turn and circle around like normal into the Native Australian Animals area. As I'm walking through this Native Australian Animals area, I will point out just a basic like park update here for the whole Gold Coast. When you guys are seeing this, the new vaccine mandate would have gone into play. So to enter any of the Village Roadshow theme parks, so that's Movie World, Sea World, Wet and Wild, Paradise Country, and I also believe, yeah, actually should be here as well, so Dreamworld and White World, you have to be fully vaccinated, so twice, and be able to prove it to actually enter any of the Gold Coast parks. So just keep that in mind if you are coming out to any of the parks, that is going to be a thing you're going to have to think about from now on. So we come just near the Shearing Shed, and we can see there's actually some people out here like doing basic estimates on ideas or what they can do with this area, so we'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully we'll see this area used more, because it is a nice little area that they've somewhat done up recently, and was cool to see over Halloween they were using it. But let's head up this ramp and see what we can see over there.
The seeds are toxic to them, yeah, so it can cause infertility. So in Papua New Guinea, they actually use it as a form of contraception over there, because it causes infertility, yeah.
So, little Quabbery area, Aboriginal area, still closed. Still got the kangaroos kind of just wandering around, including down here. We've got this nice big guy. Okay, so I've come into like this little like bird area. It's where the tree kangaroos are. Just to see if we can get up that ramp. I don't think we can. No, there's still a bucket there. I know it may seem pointless checking this every single time, but one of the times we're going to be able to get up there. The fact is we couldn't get into this area for the longest time, and now we can, so soon. I'm hoping soon. It's been closed since the park closed, which would have been like March last year, 2020. Let's go check on the tree kangaroo, and then we may head out and go past like the gators and the wombat and stuff like that. Okay, I've come as far as I can because there's a like a chain. I can't see the tree kangaroo. No, I think there's two in here and I can't see either, so they must still be like in bed, having a bit of a sleep in for today.
Want to be introduced to eating the eucalypt, but believe it or not, they're not actually born with the ability to digest the eucalypt straight away from birth. So eucalypt is quite a toxic substance, and they don't have the gut flora or what we call stomach lining to handle basically digesting that food. So what
Okay, so we've left the kangaroo area and we're kind of just starting to make our way around towards like the vintage cars and stuff like that. Got a few little gators out here, so that's cool. Just passing like the kangaroos and emus and stuff. We can see we've got a few of the staff out here doing probably some animal husbandry, basic maintenance and of the area and the animals at the start of the day, which is cool. Let's see if we can see through this little glass window the male one and what he's doing. Okay, so it looks like he's washing the floor in here and getting like their habitat and food set up like we were thinking. I didn't think we had any of the dingoes out, but they're kind of just hanging around the shade under that tree there. See if I can zoom in for you guys and get a closer look. Like just underneath the shade of that tree there. At least there's one. I have no idea where the rest are. They probably are in like the long grass or inside that log or something like that in the rest of their habitat. So I've come to like where we see this little well. Not sure what that is, but I've noticed that the physical fence is built in such a way that it looks like there's going to be a pathway on this piece here in the center removed. It looks like it's a newer sort of wood than the rest. So I think that's been done since last time we really had a good look at it. No, it's the same thing on that side. So yeah, kind of leads up to where the dirt is there. So obviously it's going to be a path to whatever that well is. And it does look like we've got a lot more of the trees and foliage that are starting to really come into their own now. It's been about a couple of months since they've been planted, which is cool to see. Can't see anything else back there on like the land clearing side, but we can see the water a lot clearer, so maybe there is something more being done in there. Either way, let's get up to the viewing platform and see if we can see anything for where we think the hotel is going. Okay, heading up to the viewing area, I can see there's the sign still here for like giant drop entrance this way. So it looks like maybe the staircase isn't being put back in. We'll check that when we get around there. Okay, a bit more of like the queue line and the outside here has been removed officially. I don't think that was done last couple of times we've been checking. So let's get a closer look. So still just like land cleared. So I see some grass growing in again, so looks like it must have been a while since they've done any real work back here. But it's clear, it's looking nice. I can see like through the trees, see if I can zoom in and show you guys, that the other side is starting to get some land clearing, and there's like some plastic like just through the trees there. If you can see, it's like the same sort of green, so it's blending in well, of like marked out areas. Also looks like we've got a fire sort of extinguisher, like water hose inlet there. That looks new, so that could easily be for whatever they're going to do with this area. But I'm still believing this is probably where the hotel is going to go. If the rumors we've been hearing are true, that they're putting a hotel in, this is the most logical spot. Okay, just to make my way up to where I normally would be like watching still Taipan's construction update, this is what I'm kind of saying, like this area could do with just some shade. We've got like the wooden pillars here to like extend or add them to, and it's just really hot and you're in the sun the whole time, which is just not good for Queensland. Okay, we can see the drop, but still Taipan there. Wow, that is a cool ride, it really is. Shakes you around, but not in probably a bad way. And here's the moment of truth. Can I use these stairs? Yes. Yeah, the stairs are back open, so that's awesome. It's another quick like way to get up to the giant drop. Just using the staircase from the front of the park. And just like we were thinking and saw during the run, the track is going right over the path, so you're going to get some really close calls to like the carriage, which is cool to see. It looks like we've got a new like ice cream waffle sandwich. My guess is it's left over from Halloween, from the fact that the image they're using is the koala with vampire teeth. But either way, it's still like an ice cream fudge sort of waffle ice cream sandwich, which is kind of cool. So I'll kind of just go back up to the front of the park. I think I'm going to head back down towards still Taipan, see if anything new is happening down there, and then we may head to the Emporium and look for merchandise for heading out. Okay, so the cupcakes are gone. We've still got some of the media here, but I just want to check on this side and see. Okay, so the general store is not open, but the old dress-up area is now back open, which is cool. Probably not going to run again, but let's go check out what the queue line looks like, see if it's died down since like this morning when we first got here. Okay, I don't believe I showed this to you guys when I first entered, but we have actually got a tester seat here to make sure you're actually physically fit in the ride, which is kind of cool. And it appears the queue line has not died down. Well, actually no, it has, by a good chunk. But anyway, it still looks somewhat popular, which is cool. But let's start heading out and we'll get towards the front to the park. Okay, I must have missed this on my way in both times, but kind of got pricing here for the old photos. 25. Is like different on this side? No, it's the same side. But yeah, so 25, that's the starting point for like the themed photos. Okay, let's head into the Emporium and see if they've got any new merchandise for Steel Taipan. So we found we've actually got some Steel Taipan merchandise here. We've got a snapback hat for 20. It's a lot more orange than it's coming up in camera. We've also got like a can holder or cooler for 10. A different sort of Steel Taipan hat, I believe. Yes, no, that's 25. And the black version is 25. So orange, like trucker cap, because it's the sheer back, is 20. 25 for these sort of hats. We've got 25 for the t-shirts that look like that. We've also got the vintage Dreamworld t-shirt saying 40 years in blue and in red. Another sort of, believe that's still, nope, that's living. So that's one of the charity shirts from the run. And is this the same? Yes. Same shirt but in white and just the basic black living t-shirt. As well as a trucker cap. And it's 30 for the living trucker cap, and how much for the shirts? 45 for the black shirt, and I believe the white would probably be exactly the same. Yes, and I forgot to actually show you guys the price for the Dreamworld ones. 35. Okay, so we're making our way out. That is all the merchandise they have for Steel Taipan. I've just asked again, they have nothing like physically for the opening of the attraction today, like dated, timed, that sort of thing. You kind of expect to see from a brand new attraction, but hey, at least they've got some merchandise. It's better than what we're seeing from most of the Gold Coast parks. But let's start making our way out. I don't want to show too much because of kids, but we've actually now got Santa out here. So let's turn this way and head into the Lego store and see what the new Lego store looks like. They've still got like all the big display out the front. New Lego sign looks like, and we've still got the entrance like into the photo area. But let's head into the Lego store. Doesn't look like they've drastically changed much. They've just like changed where the outlay of stuff is and different set pieces. Okay, so the counter's been pushed back, which actually is probably good. Like, it stops you from like going behind the counter where you did before, which just seemed a little bit more confusing. Some Christmas sort of sets. Okay, and we've moved like the loose bricks against the hard wall instead of like having them like dead center in the center, which would make them easier to find. Okay, so they haven't changed a lot, but they've changed enough that like, the outlay is better so you can see it easier and where things are. Okay, and let's check this out. Looks like we've got like a magnifying glass here to look at one of like the Kangaroos, which is a Ferrari. Okay, so yeah. I'm just trying to keep it focused for you guys. Move around and you can just look at tiny little parts of the car instead of like that. So that's it normally. And that's through the magnifying light. We've also got like a spinning display of the Infinity Gauntlet, which is kind of cool. Okay, it is movable, but still. We've got another car display over here and another one of those like little magnifying glasses. Let's use this one and like look inside the vehicle. That's it, it's probably not needed, but it is cool to be able to get like the fine details in there through the magnifying glass. And we've still just got like more displays. So the layout of the store hasn't drastically changed, but they've just made it easier to see what they have and what's in each section. So little things, but it's actually is kind of cool. Like, I do think it's definitely an improvement. Okay, honestly, it seems a little weird, but we have got a spinning display here for the, I think, Disney World Cinderella's Castle Lego set, where the chandelier has seemed like it's fallen down on this display. It is cool, but like I said, just unusual for this place to have it. Okay, I guess that's where I'm going to have to call it for today. If you guys have liked what you've seen, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Get notified next time I upload. Also, bomb screen like always on my socials, but I guess that's a wrap. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.